Well, when they came out for this final session, Marco Fu led 5-3. Neil Robertson won the first of the evening, so it's just 5-4 now. Fu, though, still in front as he breaks off in frame 10. When he won his other ranking title, his first ranking title, 2007 Grand Prix, he beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final. So if he were to win this one, again, he would have done it the hard way, playing the world number one.
Kiss on the green has left a half chance for Marco Fu. Yeah, great pot.
One.
Could have done with a kinder kiss. Green is potable to the yellow pocket, but the cue ball's going into the brown.
Marco Fu, one.
Yes, I think that was favourite.
Thanks, Neil. Marco Fu,
Well,
four.
it could have been worse. Cue ball could have stayed down this end of the table. Left a red on. Tough pot this to the left corner if he decides to take it on. Although if he can play on to the black, wouldn't leave anything. Yep, well played.
Yes, he is very solid in all departments, Fu. He is knocking in the long ones. He's made some big breaks. His safety's been good. And all the attributes, of course, you need to win tournaments.
Yeah, and as you've said, David, he seems to play better against the absolute top players, doesn't he? Well, has he gone too far? Played for the red directly above the black. Has he gone too far? It looks pretty tight to me, that. Again, he's right behind the shot, so he'll know. But from there, it doesn't look as though he can get it. Well, you could say that's a let-off for Neil Robertson. It could have been end of frame had he been on that red. Big look at the balls there, yellow, green and brown. What a big target to get that cue ball in behind them, and at the same time open the reds. Well, a little fortunate to have passed the green. Could so easily have cannoned it. Looks like he can see the edge of that red to be able to get the cue ball back to baulk. But he's going to avoid the red and the blue. Oh, an excellent safety. A great shot. And if he hasn't got the snooker, he's a little unfortunate. Good old Leo there, just having a look, just in case he has to replace the cue ball. Certainly appreciate the safety game, this Australian crowd. Another good safety shot there from Marco Fu.
Well, a lot of them were probably brought up on Eddie Charlton, one of the great tacticians.
Another Australian who never knew when he was beaten.
Yes, and doing commentary for the local television is Robbie Folvari, former World Billiards champion, and he was a tough as old boots snooker player as well, very methodical.
Well, that was a good containing safety shot from Neil Robertson. Tap on the table there from Marco Fu. Didn't want to catch the middle pocket bump, and that was a mistake. But he's been fortunate. Well, you've got to be careful of the push here. He's thinking of playing that shot. Here we go then. He's going to attempt it. Cue up in the air. Thought better of it, but he could have played a better safety shot than that.
I bet Leo Scullion was relieved, because it's very difficult for the referees to always gauge whether it is a push shot.
That was a very careless safety shot Neil Robertson played a moment ago. Left got himself in big trouble. Although Marco Fu hasn't quite got the snooker. Very fortunate.
Well, they can't be split on the safety stats. 78% success for each of them. Just thinking about Robbie Folvari, he previously held the record for the longest ever best of 9 frame match, which was just over 7 hours, but it actually was broken in the qualifiers for this tournament by Barry Pinchers and Simon Bedford. Broke the record, but it took a while. Broke it by just over 10 minutes or so, and it was 4-0 in the match to Bedford. So although it took 3 hours to reach the interval, I'm sure the referee was thinking, well, only going to be one more frame. Well, there were another 5 and it finished at 3 in the morning.
Well, in catching that red too thin, he's given Robertson a chance here to the left corner. And he'll have to get this. He'll be leaving reds on if he misses it. Good pot.
1.
May have to take the brown. Well, the brown would be for a right-handed player, but if he can't reach it, then maybe just drop the blue in. He'd have the red over the pocket. Well, I think he thought he'd missed that.
6. Seven.
I think one thing you have to credit Neil Robertson with is how well he shrugged off that defeat to Robert Milkins at the World Championship. He had such a good season. He went to the Crucible as one of the big favourites to win it. Lost first round, but it doesn't seem to have affected him. He's been in all 3 finals so far this season. Runner-up in Bulgaria, won in Wuxi. Here he is again in a final, so doesn't seem to have had any lasting impact on him. He did get rather sucked into the tactical stuff there, so maybe it's made him just attack a little more.
Well, he's on a red, but he's covered the black into both pockets now. Pink's available.
13.
Well, that was a super confident shot he's played there to play for the black into the baulk corner. This is a tough pot to take on. Oh, that's a great pot. And well appreciated lump up success luck at 84% for Robertson, 62% for Fu.
20.
And that's pretty good going, that.
Yes, 84% is excellent, and it does help when you just fancy that you're going to pot them, which he clearly does. He's not thinking
21.
about what can go wrong if he misses, he's thinking what can go right if he gets them, and he is getting them. Like I said earlier, one of his great traits is how positive he is in general, in life and in snooker. There's so much scope in this game, as we know, for things to go wrong, particularly in a long match. Came out tonight trailing by 2 frames, looking here to try and level up again.
$29.
Yeah, just a gentle cannon on that red. Perfectly played.
36. 37.
Well, he got a kick there, and that took the pace out of the cue ball. And not quite as easy now to get position. Yes, he knew he was always leaving himself with this long red.
44.
Long straight red across the table. Tough red, this. Nicely played. Back in prime position.
$52.
Needs to leave an angle on the black.
53.
That looks okay. Just a gentle cannon again. And he's played to open them. And that's, well, it's worked out okay, but this isn't a gimme along the cushion.
60.
47 points in front. So it still needs a couple of reds. And these pockets, as David said earlier, are tight. And the reds are there for the taking. A couple of dodgy reds over by the right side cushion. As we look at this red again. Just came away from the cushion. Stayed out. What a steal this would be.
One.
Yes, every World Snooker tournament has the same templated pockets, but we've seen over the course of the last few seasons that some tables do seem to play tighter than others. We've seen balls go in, which have surprised us. We've seen balls stay out, which have surprised us.
Eight. 9.
Well, work to do, but a minute ago he's in his seat.
Yes, well, he had the position, played off for the
16.
2 reds. And the most difficult red of the 2 is the one nearest the cushion, and that's the one he's on. So if this one goes in, yeah, and he's nudged the other one out a little more. Only 30 points behind.
Well, it could be a big
24.
moment in the match if he could win it at this visit. Sort of clearances that can make a big difference in any match, especially a final.
$25.
Perfect angle on the black. $32. Well, he's just weighing up what to do here. He could play for the black, he could play for the blue, or play for the brown. He can get on either of those balls. Chose to play up for the blue. And I always think it's easier to get to the yellow from the blue rather than the black.
$38. $40. $43.
So, if you can get nicely on the blue, because the pink isn't on its spot,
47.
awkward to get onto the pink. But that's just about where he wants to be.
Won't need the black, so blue and pink for what would be a great steal.
Of course, he doesn't need the black, but he's finding lots of bits on the table.
Well, you can understand him taking care at this point. He knows this could be a big moment in this final.
52.
It wasn't an easy ball that Robertson missed, but it could have cost him. Pink for frame. And that's a great clearance. Terrific clearance from Marco Fu. 58. He takes the frame. He's 2 in front again. He leads here in Bendigo. 6-4.